Previously on IN101M.
Now, you tell me everything you know. Stop being silly.
Need some help, Pebbles?
What's up?
Need some help?
Yeah, I was just wondering, is this still the McGregor house?
It's in the McGregor house, homie. Hasn't been since 1845.
What?
85, homie.
Oh. Well, what happened to Mr. McGregor then?
McGregor's dead, homie.
He's dead?
Yeah. Said dead. D-E-D, motherfucking dead.
Huh. Steve Spencer.
What's up, little homie? 1820.
Yeah, I kind of put that together. McGregor, McCormick, kind of goes hand in hand, dude.
Alright, little homie. This is 550. Children nowadays.
So that's it. Welcome. You got your 4 walls here and your bed. Can't think of any more rules that I need to tell you other than what you've already been told.
Okay.
Thank you.
By the way.
One other thing. I do need to warn you a little bit about this Ace guy. He can be a bit neurotic.
Yeah, well, you hired him as the doorman, so technically you would know.
I can't thank you enough again, Mr. Smith. I appreciate it. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you. Hey, one more thing. Just out of curiosity, what happened to Mr. McGregor? I thought he used to own the building.
Folks around here don't really like to talk about that too much. He was a good man, Mr. McGregor, but he made too many rabbit pies and ended up going a little nutty. Ran around screaming about some rabbit wearing clothes and chased him into the woods. We never really heard much from him after that.
Huh. I don't know how to respond to that.
Well, that's the story. I couldn't make stuff like this up. So, I'm sort of curious why you ask. It's been a long time ago.
Well, a long time ago for me. I know him personally. Actually, he helped me raise my daughter here. For a while, at least. Mr. Smith, I can't thank you enough again. I think I'm all settled here.
That should be everything. If there's anything else that you need, make sure you let Ace know first. Oh! One other thing, we supply our own power here, so if you go into the basement, you'll find a nuclear reactor. Don't touch anything.
Well, I guess I'll deal with that as it comes. Well, hello, everyone. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to IN101M. Now, I know you noticed that the room is incredibly different and Jesus-loving and everything. Well, the truth of the matter is, this was my first home. I repeat that again. This was my first home when I moved out of my parents' house. And This is where I raised Abby. And ever since all these strange things have occurred and I've seen her and whatnot, I figured it's a good idea to come back to the source and figure out what's going on and all this and that as far as the house goes. It's up for rent, and that's pretty much about it. But don't worry though. I'm still gonna keep making these movie reviews because I know you've been clamoring for them. Oh, come on. What's wrong with you? Seriously, I'm gonna make them fun. I usually make them fun. What the heck's the matter with you guys? I had a little trouble figuring out what I was going to talk about, and I've come to the conclusion I don't do Disney that often because it's Disney. But ever since they've been buying the Avengers and the Muppets and that new Star Wars movie coming out in December, which looks pretty good by the way, I figured I would do a nostalgic Disney movie. Do you remember when the Disney Channel back in the early 90s and the late 90s and early 2000s used to host very good movies that people hate nowadays, like the Mario Brothers and Suzy Q? Well, there was one on the Wonderful World of Disney that shifted over to the Disney Channel called Tower of Terror. And I kind of fell in love with this movie as a kid, so I kind of figured that I'd sit down and I'd talk about it because it's been in the air for a little while, so nevertheless, here we go, Tower of Terror.
Ah, yes, the movie based on the theme park ride at Disneyland, based on an episode of The Twilight Zone. So it's essentially a remake of The Twilight Zone, but with a happier ending. The film stars Steve Guttenberg as Buzzy Crocker, a sleazy newspaper writer who not only will write and photograph anything to make a buck or two, but also wrangles his niece in on it as well. Good example, buddy. After receiving the story of a lifetime from a seemingly sweet old lady, Buzzy can't help but take the opportunity to redeem his name in the news business. The only catch is, 70 years ago, this hotel happened to have one of the most famous unsolved cases in history, which included 5 strangers mysteriously disappearing from its elevators. And, well, you get the rest. The ghosts are very stereotypical, but that's only because the movie kicks ass. And the fact that the 80-year-old woman is the culprit is like the butler in the mansion. You could see it coming a mile away. But that's cool, because logic is for pussies. Yeah. My favorite character happens to be Q, the auto mechanic who's obviously the comic relief. And well, as Zach Galifianakis best said,
be short, fat, and smell like Doritos and try to make it Hollywood.
For an original Disney Channel film, it holds up to pretty damn good standards. The acting is great and believable, and I feel a sense like I'm there with them. And even though it's a kid's movie and all, I'm gonna be honest, there were times when I was a kid that the film made me shit myself scared. And although I heard rumors of the actress who played Sally Shine being stuck up in real life, which I really don't believe anyway, I still love the movie regardless. There's also talk about it being remade by Disney, but
Let's wait and see what it is first. Right.
Yeah, to honestly love this movie would be a no-brainer. I mean, it's good, but it's quirky, and people hate it, and some people like it, and it's a very mixed sort of thing to discuss, because you have the Disney Channel, which you either love it or they don't. It's kind of like Mystery Science Theater 3000.
My name is Jeff.
Hello. Sorry. Yeah? No, wait and see what happens first. No, I'll meet you in the garage. Tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. I'm gonna get some sleep tonight. What are you, high? No, that's a terrible idea. I'm not paying you to... Get rid of the donkey. Get rid of the donkey now. I will come over there, and I will take that donkey, and I will hit you right upside the head with it if you do not get rid of it. Get rid of the donkey. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Sorry about that. So yeah, in conclusion, if you find it, and it should be out around this time of year, go take a look for it. Honestly, you can find it on YouTube. You can find it anywhere, but it's worth a watch, definitely. If you'll excuse me, I got a couple people I gotta talk to tomorrow. Good night.
better tell me you have good news for me.
So you hired the only man who looks like Steven Spielberg to find your friend. Damn.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't have given you this detail if I didn't think you could handle it. What? Can't find one Mexican kid in the world that goes missing?
You hired me to find one Mexican. One Mexican named Pedro. It's like sticking my dick through a Cheerio.
Okay, sarcastic. Just tell me what you got on Pedro then.
Not a motherfucking thing.
Well, I ain't paying you to sit on your ass and do nothing. I got another appointment to go to. Just make sure that you know what you're doing. Keep in contact, too.
Yeah, hey, it's Jimmy. Yeah, I didn't tell him nothing. He doesn't need to know.
Oh, good. Scarlett, you're here. Tell me you got good news for me.
I can't find the source.
What, is that supposed to be funny?
No, it's not funny at all.
We prepared for this. If I didn't think you could find Abby, I wouldn't ask you to in the first place.
I tried running scans for a source. Nothing shows up. Your message is untraceable. Steve, Abby's gone.
I don't think it could be possible, even if I wanted it to be.
Well, it is.
Do me a favor and keep running the scans. I'll see what I can do.